Welcome to the AC system and how the AC system works. Okay, so basically the whole AC system is just refrigerant that circulates around. And it has a few stops, and let's start with the compressor. The compressor's purpose is to compress gas from low pressure to high pressure. Then if we follow the red line, it goes down to the condenser, and while the gas runs into the condenser system, there's a fan, which you see in the picture. The fan blows cold air into the pipes where it all flows around, and that, of course, decreases the temperature, and that'll mean that the gas will turn into liquid. Okay, it doesn't cool down completely, so at the bottom, when it comes out, it'll still be hot, but it'll be a liquid. So yeah, basically the condenser is just transforming the gas into liquid because of a temperature change. We could also just call it a temperature drop because the temperature is dropping. Okay, so moving on from the condenser, the hot liquid will go to the dryer, and the dryer's purpose is basically just to filter out metal stumps and condensation. So it doesn't really mess with the pressure. So if we move along the red line from after the dryer filter, it'll still be hot liquid and high pressure. That'll then go to the expansion valve. Okay, so the expansion valve, it regulates the amount of refrigerant that goes into the next pipe, which is bigger than the pipe is coming from before the expansion valve. It basically expands the pipes, and when the pipes expand, the pressure changes, and that'll mean that the temperature also changes. So the temperature gets cool. Yeah, so from the expansion valve to the evaporator, it'll be liquid still, just low pressure, cold liquid that gets into the evaporator. And in the evaporator, there will be a sensor that detects the temperature, and since the expansion valve can regulate, the sensor will let the expansion valve know whether to increase or decrease the amount of refrigerant coming into the evaporator. Yeah, okay, so inside the evaporator, the cold liquid will meet warm air from the outside, because you wouldn't turn on your AC in cold weather, so obviously the weather is hot outside, and that warm air will get into the evaporator and meet the cold liquid, and then it'll evaporate, which is the whole main purpose of the evaporator. So it turns into gas again. It'll still be low pressure and cold. It's like the opposite of the condenser. This is also where the cold air then gets blown into your face in the car when you've turned the AC on. Yeah, that step happens at the evaporator. Yeah. So from the evaporator, it goes back to the expansion valve, and then it just moves on back to the compressor, which then will compress the gas from low pressure to high pressure. That's basically how the whole AC system works. And then you may ask, then why do you need to make an AC service? And that is because over time, the refrigerant percentage it will drop, so there will be less and less refrigerant in your system as time passes by. So it's recommended that every second year you should have a AC service. Thank you for watching. This was all I got.